You're listening to the ESO Network, your station for all things geek.
Hello and welcome to episode 230 of the Soul Forge podcast.
Welcome to the Soul Forge, a place of silent mystery, quiet contemplation, and outright mayhem. Join your host, Sean Vanderloo, as he guides you through the adventures of living. Together, we'll talk about life and love, sex and dating, joy and heartache, memories and loss, and so much more. Don't worry, it's not nearly as pretentious as it sounds. Get ready for life, the universe, and everything on the Soul Forge.
Well, hello there. Welcome back to the podcast. We had no episode last week for various reasons, I guess you could say. And what were some of those reasons? Well, one reason was I wanted to give Renee's Movember episode a bit of a good run so that people could understand and learn about that and maybe donate to his cause and all that kind of good stuff. However, that backfired and it's the lowest rated episode in a long time. I don't know why nobody out there is listening to it, but listen to it, episode 229. Come on, guys and girls. You owe it to Renee, because I haven't had a guest in a while, to listen to his episode, because he had a lot of good information. All right, enough of that. What else is going on? This is episode 230, which is a dentist's favorite time of the day, 2:30. Tooth hurty. Haha, that's a dad joke. It's not funny, but maybe you'll enjoy that. So what are we going to talk about this week? Well, some stuff, of course, because you're hearing me. This is a weird episode. I don't know if I should just scrap it or what. But anyway, I'm just going to keep going because maybe I'm just out of practice, because it has been
2 weeks
since I recorded an episode of Soul Forge. Here we are again. And first thing I wanted to bring up was that I'm recording this on December 7th. This will come out on the 9th, but today is the 80th anniversary of the attacks on Pearl Harbor, a day that would live in infamy and all that good stuff. So that's a thing. Yesterday was the 6th of December, which was my son Bishop's 16th birthday. And not only was it his birthday, well, it's also Julie's sister's birthday, but besides all that, Daisy, our Golden Doodle, had her babies on the 6th as well. And how many Golden Doodle puppies did we get? Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, 8 Golden Doodle puppies. Yes, and they are the cutest things you ever did see. Let me see. We've got, I think, 5 black ones, 2 brown ones, and what is known as a phantom doodle, which is a two-toned or two-colored puppy, black with, I think, he's just got white legs, but he might have white on his head too. They're squirmy, and we're trying not to touch them too much because Daisy needs to take care of her puppies. But anyways, there's 8 of them, and they were born December 6th. And we think there are 6 boys and 2 girls, although it's hard to tell at this stage. But they are super cute. They're really whiny, and they're always swimming around the little swimming pool. There's no water in it, but they're trying to find Daisy's little teats there so they can eat. And they whine and they mewl and they swim around with their little legs to get to her all the time. And it's super cute. It sure is. They're just in the room next door to me here, so if you do hear any whining or whatever, that's what that is. Although the door is shut, so I don't think the sound will carry. I don't know if the microphone will pick it up, but you never know. So if that's a thing that happens, well then, now you know what that is. What else is going on here? Oh, actually, Daisy's whining. I'm not sure why. She usually does that if she wants to let her puppies know where she is, because they can't see, obviously, and so they have to follow the sound of her voice. I don't know if that's the proper way to say it or not. But anyway. And there's pounding going on upstairs. I think Julie's doing laundry, so the laundry room is right above the computer office Etsy shipping station place room here that I'm in. So yeah, if there are kinds of background sounds, that's what that is, because I don't have the budget for a studio proper setup with a separate ventilation system and a different room and sound barriers and all that stuff. Maybe one day when I'm rich and famous. So far, I'm not rich and famous, but that's okay. That's fine. I'm not upset. It's all right. No, calm down, guys. It's okay. You don't have to worry about me. It'll be fine. Oh, and there's Daisy right now. Hi, Daisy. Do you want to say hi to the folks? Yeah. Okay. Oh, where are you going? Go see your puppies. Good girl. So yeah, she's been wandering around the place with pregnancy brain because she doesn't know where she is half the time and she seems confused. Maybe she is, maybe she's not. But they say when women are pregnant, their brain mass reduces or shrinks in size or something. I don't know if that's true. I've never really looked into it, but maybe that's happening to dogs, and she's a little bit confused and out of sorts and uncertain. And well, she just gave birth to 8 puppies yesterday, so that's to be expected. Oh, you know what? Here, let's play a promo for another podcast right here on ESO Network.
It was the dawn of another podcast. The Epsilon 3 is a dream given form. It's a home away from home for 3 guys to watch a 90s sci-fi classic TV show. 3 guys with microphones over 3,249 miles apart, all alone in the night. The year is 2021. The name of the station is Babylon 5. The name of the podcast is the Epsilon 3. Veer, bring me a drink.
And that is the brand new promo for the Epsilon 3 podcast that I do with Paul and Dan, also my co-hosts on the Cosmic Pizza podcast, which is also on the ESO Network. And in the last week and a half or so, Epsilon 3 was added to the ESO Network. We've been doing it without being on network per se, but we just got officially added. So I thought, let's go ahead and play a promo for that podcast. It's a Babylon 5 rewatch show. Do you remember Babylon 5? The TV series from the 1990s that ran from, I believe, 94 to 98, had 5 seasons, written and produced by J. Michael Straczynski. He wrote 92 of the 110 episodes, 5-season arc. One of the best series I've ever seen in my entire life. It's awesome. And he's actually rebooting it for the CW. And I think I may have mentioned this before. I can't remember. I'm not sure. But anyway, that might come out within the next year or two. And I hope it does, because Babylon 5 is awesome. And JMS is a great writer. So there you go. What else is happening? Oh, we had our ESO Network meeting a few weeks back, and we had to do, create new promos. Deadline, I believe, is February 1st. I did mine last week, and I submitted it. So what I'll do is play that promo right here so you know what other podcasts on the ESO Network are playing to get Soulforge listened to.
Hey, Dad, what's the Soulforge podcast?
The Soulforge podcast is all about life, the universe, and everything.
Is it good for kids?
Oh no, it's not good for kids.
Is it geeky?
Oh, it can be geeky, but it can also be serious. We talk about life, sex, dating, and mental health, and so much more.
Where can you find a Soulforge podcast?
You can find it everywhere. iTunes, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon Music, and the ESO Network. What did you think of that? Was that pretty good? That's Julie's daughter. She helped me out with that. That was a fun little project for us to do. So what else can I tell you? The Wheel of Time on Amazon Prime Video. Have you heard of this series? Have you read the books? Well, let me give you a little bit of a history on that, because this week we don't have a specific topic follow through of any kind, because, like I said, I'm out of practice and I don't know what I'm talking about, and there's been so much going on with Daisy's baby and the winter and just everything. Oh, speaking of winter, there was a news article here in Timmins that just came out today. We've had snow for 3 weeks, and so far we have accumulated 48 centimetres of snow in those 3 weeks. Last winter, for the total, we had 60 centimetres of snow for all 6 months of the winter. So, yeah, we're definitely going to be breaking records this year. And for our non-metric system listeners, a centimetre is, let me see. An inch is comprised of 2.5 centimeters. So that's your calculation right there. Every 2.5 centimeters is 1 inch. So take 48 and divide it by 2.5, and that's how many inches we've got so far. I'm not doing the math right now because I don't care, but that's what it is. And 3 weeks of snow, and there's a lot. And last week I was on vacation. I came back to work yesterday, and it was one of the worst days I've had in I don't know how long. It was bad for everybody, but when you're off for a week and then you have to start walking again, that's brutal. I was so sore, I just wanted to crawl in a snowbank and die. It was that bad. I worked a full 8 hours. I don't work a full 8 hours almost ever, and yesterday I did. And how does my job work? Well, you get there at 8 o'clock in the morning and you sort your mail and then you go out and deliver it and you're done when you're done. And normally I'm done around 1:30 or 2, but yesterday it was till almost exactly 4 o'clock by the time I got back to the office. And it was brutal and the snow was heavy and we had just gotten, let's say about maybe 8 inches of snow the previous night and that day as well. And it was heavy and nobody had shoveled and the plows weren't out. So it was rough walking. And especially because I'd been off for a week, my legs were paining like crazy. And I'm just complaining, or maybe I'm not complaining. I'm just describing the events of yesterday. And today there was hardly any mail and everything was plowed and most driveways were shoveled and it was easy. And I had no problem at all. So it's just every day is different and it's very weird. But anyway, back to the Wheel of Time. The Wheel of Time book series is a fantasy series started by Robert Jordan. And I believe there's 14 books in the series, and he wrote 9 or 10 of them, and then he died, and somebody else continued on with the saga. And so now they've made a TV series about it on Amazon, and the fans, the diehard fans, are up in arms because it's not following the book exactly, and so they're very upset. But anyway, I've watched the first 5 episodes, and they were amazing. It's not quite Game of Thrones-like, but it takes place in like a medieval setting kind of thing, and there's magic and all that good stuff. But anyway, I read 9 of the books back in 2001, and these books are huge. I think they're, between 600 and 800 pages. I don't recall exactly. But in the summer and fall of 2001, I finished 9 books. That's all I did. I just read, and read them all. And then they only had 9 books at the time. And then he was sick. And he either started book 10, finished book 10, or somebody else took over book 10. And it was about 10 years later when I tried to read it again, and I just couldn't get into it. So I haven't finished the last 5 books or so, and I'm probably not ever going to. But the 5 episodes, I think they're fantastic. Do they follow the book exactly? I don't remember. Does it matter? I don't think it does. It's just a very entertaining story. I'm enjoying it a lot, and I can't wait for more episodes. So that's what's happening there. What else is going on? Last week when I was off, we went down to Sudbury because Julie had an appointment, and we got down to Toys R Us. And so I searched because I wanted some action figures or something. I didn't buy a thing because everything is so overpriced and outrageous that I just can't justify it. And maybe that's partly because I'm getting out of the collecting game, and maybe I'm maturing. I don't know. But I did just pre-order RoboCop, battle-damaged RoboCop with the chair that he comes with in the first movie. And that won't arrive until next spring sometime. But I did pre-order that. But that's beside the point. At Toys R Us, what was there? Not too much. There was maybe 8 or 10 different things that I could have got, like some G.I. Joe classified action figures and some Marvel Legends and a few other things here and there. But everything seemed to be way overpriced, and I just couldn't justify it to myself. Because I guess what I think about is when I was a kid back in the 90s, I used to go to Byway, which is a store that no longer exists anymore, and I'd pick up my Star Trek The Next Generation action figures for $7.99, and with tax it would come to $9.19, which I've never forgotten. So I still think action figures should be $10 or less. They're not. They're like $35. and there's no reason for it. Maybe plastic has gone up in price. I don't know. But are kids even buying toys anymore? I don't think kids buy toys. They play video games and whatever they do. I don't know. Watch TikTok, I suppose. So it's just for collectors. But the prices are crazy. But I did get one thing. I've been looking here for about a month or so, and it's never in our Walmart. And the heater just came on because it's cold outside, like minus 20. So maybe you can hear that. Hopefully it's not affecting the sound quality too much. But I looked here at all the stores. I looked online, couldn't find it anywhere. But at the Walmart in Sudbury, they happen to have a wrestling action figure, which I had to pick up, of Rowdy Piper in his They Live outfit. Do you know what They Live is? It's a John Carpenter movie from 1988 where he is just a drifter and he's looking for work and trying to get his life together. And he comes across a pair of sunglasses that he puts on, and then he can see the real world for what it actually is. And some people are aliens, but you can't see it unless you have the glasses on. And when you look at a billboard or a newspaper, instead of what we see, it actually has subliminal messages like obey, consume, and that kind of stuff. What a great friggin' movie. And so I happened to see this one action figure at Walmart, and we made a special trip to Walmart just so I could get the thing if it was there, and it was. So now I have the Rowdy Piper wrestling action figure in his They Live outfit, which is pretty friggin' awesome. It's still in the package. I'm probably not going to take it out. What else? Speaking of action figures, the Etsy business, Rusted Robot Toys, has been doing pretty well. As of this recording right now, I'm up to 98 sales, and I started, June 26th. So, I'm doing okay, I think. Not making a fortune, like I said, but it's a little bit of a hobby, and I'm getting rid of some of the things that I have in my collection, and anything that I can get rid of leaves more space for more action figures that I really want. No, I'm just kidding. More space for nothing, because I'm trying to clear out some things, because one day I'm going to get really old, and nobody's going to want this stuff, so might as well get rid of it now while I can, right? Yeah, for sure. Okay, what else? Let's talk about the prepping stuff. Has the prepping stuff continued on? A little bit here and there. From Wish.com, I ordered a little belt pack so I could stuff some things in for an everyday carry. It's not very big, but you could put a pocket knife, a multi-tool, some matches, just a few things like that in there, attached to your belt. I did order a 10-pack of Mylar blankets. You know those little plasticky, silvery foiled emergency blankets that you get? I bought a 10-pack from Amazon, and I'm going to give some out as stocking stuffers so that everybody can be prepared, and I'll keep some for myself as well for my bug-out bag if I ever make a bug-out bag and that kind of thing. What else? Oh, I did talk about, what was it? Mr. Heater Big Buddy. And that's a propane heater, so in case the grid goes down or the power goes out or whatever, and it's the middle of winter and we're going to freeze. Well, we're not going to freeze because we have an emergency propane heater. And so I've been looking. Amazon had it for $300. Canadian Tire had it for $229. But not the Canadian Tire here, and not the Canadian Tire at the city an hour away, and Sudbury's 3 hours away, and they didn't have any in their stores either. There were, I think, 9 Big Buddy heaters in Sault Ste. Marie, which is 5.5 to 6 hours away, but I didn't want to go down there and get it. So I was talking to the brothers, and I was talking about the emergency heater, and so Curtis tells me that, hey, they're having a sale on this Big Buddy heater at Cabela's. And so I looked at Cabela's website, and they had it on it for a good price. So not only did I order it, I saved free shipping, and I went through the Rakuten app, which used to be Ebates, and I got, 4% cash back? It was only $2 or $3, but whatever. So that should arrive next week sometime, and then I'll have to get those little mini propane bottle things so that if the heat does go out, well, then we'll be prepared. And, yeah, so that's good. What else can I tell you? Have I been reading anything good lately? Actually, no, I haven't. I've been wanting to read, but I haven't been in a reading mood. So there's that. I did go to Chapters, the big bookstore chain in Sudbury, and I wanted to see if there was any good books for sale. On sale, they usually have good deals, but they didn't. I want to get a book called The Dawn of Everything. It's by a couple of guys, and I think one of them's dead now, but apparently it's a bestseller, and it talks about the history of humanity right from the beginning, and it reframes it and gives us new information and stuff. And it's a big, thick book. I think it's like 700 or 800 pages too. And no, it's not on sale, and I don't want to pay $40 for a book, so I'll wait. Maybe I'll get it for Christmas. Maybe I'll get a gift card and buy it that way. I haven't decided. What else? I think that's really about it. Don't really have a major through line for this week's topic, but just wanted to give you some information, tell you what's been going on. I have an order to pack up for Etsy for tomorrow, and then I have to watch a couple episodes of Babylon 5 for tomorrow's recording of the Epsilon 3 podcast, which I hope you'll all check out and listen to, as well as Cosmic Pizza and all the other podcasts here on the ESO Network, but especially Cosmic Pizza and Epsilon 3. So anyway, thanks for taking the time out and listening to this episode. Feedback is always appreciated. soulforgepodcast@gmail.com. And until next time, take care of yourselves, and remember, all your life you were only waiting for this moment to arise. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Soul Forge Podcast. Your support is greatly appreciated, and we hope you'll tune in again next time. Remember that you can visit soulforgepodcast.com for all of our social media links, and don't forget to share the show with everyone you know. The Soul Forge Podcast is your best source for living your best life.
Think about it.
Our masters!
What do these things want, and why are they here?
You still don't get it, do you, boy?
They have recruited the rich and the powerful.
They're running the whole show.
Wake up! They're all about you, all around you. Blinded us to the truth.
Take a look.
They are safe as long as they are not discovered.
I don't know what they are or where they came from, but we gotta stop them. Stay away from me. Put these on. They have us. Look at them. They're everywhere. Our owners.
We have no other choice.
I don't like this one bit. Leave it alone, man. It ain't none of my business. Ain't none of yours.
We have been lulled into a trance.
Listen to what I'm saying to you. We're in trouble. The whole world's in trouble. Control us! You're sending some kind of signals out of TV sets.
I've got one that can see.
Mama don't like tattletale.
Now we start spilling some blood. Let's go!
Push a button.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
This has been a broadcast of the ESO Network. Be part of the crew and help support our shows by donating to our ESO Patreon or by shopping at the TeePublic store, which can all be found at www.esonetwork.com. The ESO Network, your station for all things geek.